Hi, I'm Adam Kenny here with Daily Mirror and Daily FT. I'm at the Cinnamon Corporate Office with Hishan Singhawansa, Deputy CEO and Chief Operating Officer, and Vice President Shanez Wijesinghe, Quality Assurance, Health and Safety, and Sustainability. We're here to talk about ESG. Now, these are three words that are heavily used in industries and sectors, and there's a lot of emphasis given in the current structure, in the current circumstances. A lot of corporates actually focus on this. So the first question to you, Hishan, is what is ESG and how has it shaped the industry, and what does it mean to Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts?
ESG is very important. ESG is environmental, social and governance in short, but it's very important to Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts because we operate our hotels and resorts in very naturally diverse habitats and environments. So we need to kind of preserve it and cultivate it for the future generations. Secondly, we impact a lot of communities, especially in the rural areas of this country and in Maldives, where we help them to improve their living standards in way of employment, in way of suppliers, directly and indirectly. So, and thirdly, investors and customers are very environmental and socially conscious, which also helps us to drive this message through. And it also helps us to get the support that we need to make a bigger impact. So overall, we take this very seriously. We operate in Sri Lanka and Maldives where tourism is a big part of the economy, and we feel that we need to make it sustainable so that it's kind of future-proof. And we take it, like I said, very, very seriously.
Thank you, Hishan. I think Cinnamon being in the forefront of the industry, raising the bar always. It'll be good to know, to direct this question back to Shanez, just to continue from it. What are the current ongoing sustainability measures and kind of initiatives Cinnamon has taken, both here in Sri Lanka and the Maldives?
Thank you, Adam, for the question. At Cinnamon, the ESG program is built on three pillars. Firstly, the well-being of our planet. Secondly, well-being and the empowerment of our people and communities. And lastly, on good governance. And I will gladly share with you some initiatives which are very, very successful. First is on our single-use plastic reduction program. As you know, it's a problem right now in this world. Some say there'll be more plastic in the ocean than fish one day. So at Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, we identified this well in advance. And we have well-established goals which are looking towards 2025. And we have one goal which we have set out, noting that by 2025 that we will reduce 50% of our single-use plastic guest facing. And I must tell you, we have achieved 86% reduction in our Maldivian sector by the introduction of glass bottles. Adam, the second initiative is on biodiversity conservation. As you know, this has been also a big topic in the world today. At Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, in each of the locations we operate, we have a biodiversity assessment plan done. With that, we understand exactly the number of endangered species in each of those locations and the invasive species in each of those locations. Very recently, we installed ocean data temperature loggers in the Maldives resorts, including GIS mapping on each of the islands. What will this do? The benefit is huge because we will know how the ocean temperatures fluctuate, and we have come into the Maldivian sector to fill the data gap that is currently ongoing. With that, the Maldivian authorities will understand the ocean health and how the ocean dynamics work. We also look beyond, and we have a world-class project in hand, and that is the Cinnamon Rainforest, which is a program partnered by four stakeholders: John Keel's Foundation, Rukrakaganno, Forest Department Sri Lanka, and the technical partner being Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts. The aim is to restore and conserve 59 acres of degraded land close to the Singaraja rainforest. Our target is to grow 25,000 trees by using ecological and scientific principles.
Thank you, Shanez. ESG, environment, social, and governance, right? Like I said at the start of all of this, these three words are keywords in every corporate. So I'm trying to understand how is this integrated into the operation? How is ESG integrated into the operation as well as the supply chain?
At Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, we have understood that it's very important to strengthen the ESG framework because we need to build a strong grassroots ESG culture by way of the vision and values, creating a sense of responsibility towards sustainability and pursuing it every day at all levels in the organization. So building a local supplier base has been our focal point, and it has been for some years now. And how we do that in support of the UN SDG goals is by first identifying the local supplier base, conducting assessments, giving them the right tools and the training, and creating a base which can work alongside international suppliers.
Thank you, Shanez. I'm just thinking, let's take the G out of this, governance. Hishan, coming back to you, could you enlighten us a bit more about how a strong governance structure is built both internally and externally here at Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts?
Governance at Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts, it's not siloed. It's very broad-based and top-down. We have from the board level accountability to grassroots responsibility. ESG is kind of carved into what we do every day. So example, all the GMs and their leadership teams in our resorts and hotels have ESG goals which are linked to the 2025 goals that we set out at corporate. And this is measured, reported, reviewed every month internally, and we discuss these goals and how to achieve them internally. And also externally we report them quarterly, and through our ethical reporting and good governance approach, we have gained recognition globally because of this on our ESG efforts that we take. Example, we've been recognized with a Global Environmental Finance Award and locally with ACCA Sustainability Award for leisure sector. So I feel it's a very good governance structure to support all the work that we do across Cinnamon and Hotels and Resorts.
I guess as industry enablers, there is a lot to do and a lot to come as well. So if I may ask, what could be, in your opinion, the most impactful initiative? What could be or what would be, what can we look forward to as the most impactful initiative to come?
For us, the biggest area of improvement as a country, as an industry, is our female participation in the industry. We are very, very far behind compared to global standards. Globally, 50% of the workforce in hospitality is female. Our number is about 10-12%.
Correct.
Cinnamon is about 14, but our target is to get to 25 by 2025. Yes. So that's a big target. So we have taken the initiative. We can't wait for things to happen. So we have launched the Empower Her program internally across all of our hotels and resorts last year, which has helped destigmatize hospitality as an industry in the country. We're working with the communities. We're working with affiliate partners like hotel schools, NITA, VTA, to help us kind of break these barriers and bring more women into the hospitality sector. So I feel that's going to be a biggest impact to the industry as well as the country that we are wholeheartedly driving.
It is important to understand the initiatives brought in and what Cinnamon as a brand is doing, not just within the brand, but to the industry, and given where the industry is now, and the fact that we are, where we're slowly, we see an upward trend within the industry, and whatever Cinnamon is doing and all the initiatives brought in is remarkable and outstanding. I hope Cinnamon will continue to push and raise the bar within the industry so that everyone would follow suit, and in 2025, all these targets and goals will be achieved not just by Cinnamon, but within the industry and everyone who is pushing for all these kind of goals that everyone has to achieve. Thank you for joining us, Hishan and Shanez. Thank you for watching Daily Mirror and Daily FT. This is Adam signing out.